Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Bishop John Mabonga. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and say Bishop John Mabonga at YouTube, and you'll be there again and subscribe and invite people actually to subscribe, and we be encouraging ourselves in the Lord. Now, I've been sharing about the weapons of if you are going to face your enemies. If you are fighting the enemies, especially the enemies that you don't see, the enemies that you don't know, the enemies that are in sin, they are behind the curtains, you are not going to use their weapons for you to succeed. The world seems to have weapons on how they fight issues. Some people, when things, when the world is complaining, they also begin complaining. When the world is murmuring, they begin murmuring. When the world is fighting, they begin fighting, wrestling. They begin committing suicide. They begin doing things that are very detrimental to them. Today, I want to let you know that I've been sharing about using the most sophisticated spiritual weapons if you are going to really fight your enemies. Now remember, I said from the beginning that we are in the warfare, and every war or every battle is first of all spiritual before it is actually physical. I don't know what you are going through. I don't know if you are experiencing spiritual breakthroughs or you are not experiencing. I don't know whether you are frustrated and whether you are confused. But I've come to learn that sometimes life can be very, very confusing, very frustrating, and things seem not to be working. You are not alone. Even me here, I am a pastor, yes, and I am also a teacher, yes. I am also a business person. But sometimes things are not working the way I want. Sometimes actually things become very, very difficult. But what kind of weapon do you use if you are going through very, very, very detrimental, very difficult times? Number one, I suggested to you from the Bible, pray and fast. And we see that all the people that ever achieved great things in life, they prayed and fasted. Another weapon I shared about was have confidence. Always be confidential. Have confidence in the Lord that God will always come to your situation. And now I was this morning sharing also another third weapon is how can you remain in the presence of God. Dwell in the presence of God, because dwelling in the presence of God makes God work for you. Now I want to share with you another thing is that even when things are not working, give thanks to God. Rejoice in the Lord. You can look around here. I am a businessman. I run a school. This one, actually, there are three schools in one. We have an ECD school here, and we also have a primary school here, and we also had a high school in this place. And the building you're just about to see, that building was my home, and it was also the church. That building has been my home and my church at the same time. Now, this is a beautiful place, as maybe you may see. I want to thank God because God actually has blessed us. But I want to let you know that at such a particular time, as a pastor, churches are not working due to COVID-19 degrees. The country is on lockdown. There is no schooling here. So I can't get money from the school. So then I also remember, as a pastor, the churches are closed down. There's nothing I can get. I even do some other farming. It is just now that we are practicing farming and nothing seems to work at this moment. I have all reasons to be very disappointed, to be frustrated, and I have nothing to smile. But I have learned from Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 17. Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 17, he says, though the fig tree does not bud, and there is no grapes on the vines, though the olive groves fail, and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the pen, and no cattle in the sheep, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God my Savior. The sovereign Lord is my strength, and he makes my feet like the feet of a deer, and enables me to go on the heights. Habakkuk is saying there was a time of quarantining in their nation. There was a time when things were not working. There was no food, There was no money. Business was not working, just like it is not working with me here. But I have decided I am not going to sit down and complain and murmur, but I've decided that I am going to rejoice in the Lord. I am going to hold my peace. I'm going to give thanks to the Lord because I do not even know whether the schools is going to open soon or not. Nothing seems to be working. But even in this situation, I will rejoice the way Habakkuk did. There are so many people that are going through many pandemics. Their businesses are not working. Things are falling apart. And doors are closed. You walk up and you don't know what is the next step for you to put food on your table. But here is good news. Habakkuk is saying, even though nothing is working, there are no fruits, there are no sheep, there's no money, yet I will rejoice. Why? The Lord is my strength. The Lord is my confidence. The Lord is my helper. He will come for my rescue, and that is why I celebrate the God we serve. Be joyful. Rejoice in the Lord. He is coming for your help. May God bless you as we meet in the next episode. Thank you so much.